Welcome to the experience that is the floating haunted tents build day 27. I say floating because it is pouring outside, and I mean it's coming down fairly good. Everything is soaked. Hearty breakfast of the day, a nice hot hearty breakfast of the day. Pancakes and eggs with bacon and toast. And then maybe just saying the hell with it and going back to bed. It's chilly out here and it's wet. Everything is soaked. I don't know how much we're going to do today. We left you guys yesterday in the clown hallway. We got the floods in and the power lines ran for the air whips. Today I was supposed to get in there and mess with the Scooby-Boo board. The clown display, the main clown display where I need to work, is under a tent. But everything's dripping. I gotta get over there and take a look at it. I'm gonna try to get over there and we're gonna try to get the clown display done today, if nothing else. Other areas we need to work in, the mausoleum and graveyard, they're out in the rain. The courtyard off the front steps there, it's out in the rain. The only other display I could work on that's under tent is the witches display. Though there's still a lot of running back and forth in the rain to run wires and everything else. So I don't know. We might do clown and then hop over and do witch and then just call it quits today. I don't know. Or I might not do anything. I don't know. I haven't made that decision yet. We'll make that decision later. Sue did remind me that we have a few errands that need to be ran between now and when we need to open. We could just make today an errand run and go run errands, spend all day doing nothing but running errands and get them all done and out of the way. We might do that. So I don't know. What you get today is what you get. So sit back and let's see if we get anything. Okay guys, midday, just before dinner update. I wasn't going to show you the hammering clown working in its natural habitat. And I said, what the hell, we'll give you a look at it. Anyway, you gotta be nice. You guys have been pretty faithful about following. So, have a listen, have a look.
Gentlemen, we now present for your entertainment the most stupendous, magnificent, super colossal.
There you go, one hammering clown. I did turn down the pressure so the hammer comes down slower. It can come down way faster and a lot harder. But I don't want to stress things out too much. With the saying I've got going, when it's activated, a little speech, I'm hoping that air blaster will spook people in here. They'll watch this happen, and then the water blaster and that rat tail will get the scares. Because when that water blaster goes off, it has a bang noise to it, so that should get them. And then that rat tail, too, kind of behind them will get them. Now, I was supposed to have a horn in here. I got to make a case or something. The contacts for the horn on the back were getting wet and it was shorting out. So I've got to let it dry out, and I'm going to try putting it in a case. You know, maybe for next year or something.
We now present for your entertainment the most stupendous, magnificent, super colossal.
Now we've got it's all sealed in and stuff. We got the hay in the back so everything's hidden. All the wiring and the rose bushes and stuff. Or majority of the wiring. There's still some wiring that's going to be seen. We got a fence post over on the other side. Sue-Ann's going to paint. She'll do that when she does the two out in the spider. And then she'll do some cobwebbing or something in here. I don't know. These guys that we got along the wall, They're kind of dark at night, you know, so I've got some specialty lighting I'm going to put in. Not everything is going to get a specialty light. Well, I'll probably put three up. I'll put one on this wall, one on that wall, and one on that wall. And you'll see what I mean tonight, if I get them done today. We've gotten our errands ran. In fact, we just got home from running errands. So far, the only thing I've been working on... Oh, here we go with the clown again.
Stupendous, magnificent, super colossal.
I like listening to that guy. But I'm going to get away from the speaker.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now present...
He caught my movement. I'm going to have to realign that sensor a bit too, and that's something I can do when we're doing fine-tuned stuff. A lot of the sensors need to be fine-tuned. But I got the some specialty lighting. What it is some battery-operated strobe lights. You get them down like at Spirit, Party City, you know, red, green, blue. Had them for years, and I've converted them over to run off a 5-volt. And I was thinking about putting one of each on those walls. Now, like I said, we've been gone for a couple hours. Other than that, I've been out here all day, and it has been pouring fairly good all day. It's now down into a drizzle, so we're almost to the end of the storm by the look of it. But everything is soaked. I am soaked. I'm going to get that specialty lighting in, so the clown display I can check off my list, and then we can move into either the mausoleum, the graveyard, or the witch. I don't know which display I'm going to go to yet. Logically, I should keep going and do the graveyard next, and then the mausoleum. So, but with everything being so wet, I don't know if I want to be out in the wet. I might skip this area and just do the witch, because it's undercover. And once the sun goes down, the rain might come back full force. I don't know. But anyway, got a little bit more work. I'm going to keep putzing around out here. We'll see how far we get today. Okay, I know, you just got blinded. Sorry. A little bit of a walkthrough. I just finished up with the clown display. I wanted to show you the last little bit that I did. I'm going to turn this headlamp off, so you're in the dark for a moment. But other than water, we are totally done in here. I may have a few wires I need to tuck and what have you. But we added a few strobes, 5-watt strobes, just to highlight the stuff on the walls. None of it's overly bright. I don't want it bright. I don't want it taking away from the starlight effect. Now that green one I'm showing you now, I need to re-aim it. I gotta remount it in order to aim it. It's supposed to be down on the skeleton. I do have that I gotta do. I've got water in here I'm gonna have to redo. And probably that water blaster, once we get water in there and test it, probably gonna have to reprogram that. I think it's a little bit too long of a blast on it. But we'll find out once the water goes in on Monday. So, but anyway, this is what you got. And if you thought you were going to get the full show, in other words, I was going to have the AC going, the clown going, you know, the star dots and all that, you're going to have to wait. No early peeking, people. Don't make me start dropping that F-bomb again. Okay, end of the day wrap up. It's 7:48. I've been staying out here till at least about 9 to 10. But 7:48 on a very cold, very chilly, very wet end of the day. I've been out in the cold and wet all day. I am cold, I am numb, and I am soaked. I am calling it quits early. Stay spooky, stay talk. No, end of the day wrap up. We got the clown display done, which wasn't too bad. You know, 75% of the time I was underneath the tent, so... But it was the other times where I wasn't underneath the tent, or the tent decided to drop its load of water and it went right down on me. That got to me. But anyway, clown display other than the water in there and some miscellaneous wire tucking. We go through the whole haunt and look for that type of stuff right before we open. Get that tucked and fixed anyway, so I'll do it then. Water will go in on Monday with the water room as well. On the docket, we've got 3 displays, 4 if you really want to count the mausoleum as its own display. But we got the graveyard and mausoleum, and we got the witch, and then we got this little courtyard area. Not bad. Graveyard's going to take a while, and the mausoleum might take a while, or it just might be quick. I don't know. Both the graveyard and the mausoleum have their own Scooby-Doo boards. So, the graveyard, I have the Well from Hell, which I need to get hooked up to it. And that's it. And then it's basically just speakers and ambient sound. The mausoleum, I have a fogger and the air cannon and probably the crypt, the monster in a crypt to hook up to it. So that will probably take a little bit longer, and then getting timing and everything else set on that. Witch, I've got a candle, a few skulls, and then some LED lighting in that display. It also has a Scooby-Doo board, and I'm debating on whether I'm going to hook up the Three Sisters to it or not. Last year we did not use the Scooby-Doo board in the Witch's display, and the Three Sisters fired just fine without it. The sensor on it was really good. So I am uncertain as to whether I am going to use the Scooby-Doo board to trigger that prop. If anything, I'll put the Scooby-Doo board in there and just have it playing the ambient sound. I'll use it like an MP3 player. In which case, I just have to plug it into power, hook the speakers up to it, and it's done. If I'm only going to trigger the Witch with it, which is the only thing triggerable in that display, simple, sweet, and easy. You know, so either way, the Scooby-Doo board in there won't take any work. I have no idea which display I'm going to do tomorrow. It all depends on the weather. If it's pouring rain again tomorrow, and according to my phone and AccuWeather, and AccuWeather has never been very accurate with forecasting the weather, but you know, it depends on what the weather's going to be tomorrow. Then that will force me to decide. If it's going to be wet and rainy, I'll probably do the Witch, and then move into the mausoleum and do the mausoleum, and then save the courtyard and graveyard for last, or vice versa. If it's going to be a nice day, then I'll, you know, if it's not pouring down rain and it's dried out a little bit, I'll do the graveyard first, then the mausoleum, then the Witch, and the courtyard. Keep working backwards instead of going forwards. It feels good sometimes just to do that. But anyway, nothing else to add. Stay spooky. Stay toxic.